about to start. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of No Conduct Radio. Today we're discussing if there's a way to prevent an affair in a marriage. Is it possible to prevent it? Like, is there anything you can do, or it's just dependent upon each individual person in the relationship? So that's what we're discussing today. We're also taking your stories and or questions about premarital affairs. And we have two sponsors. We're going to be telling you about the book Dismal by Gabriel DeFelice and Shop Hemp Today for all your natural CBD oil needs. In the meantime, surprisingly, it's just me and Char on. I don't know where the guys are. Hey, Char, how's it going?
Actually, it's going. It's just a really busy day. Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be here. Hear what's going on.
Yeah, it's just me and you. I was about to tell everybody it was just me.
I know, I heard you, but you know the guys, they've been surprising us lately, just kind of dropping in. So, like, hey.
Yeah, right.
Well, glad you joined us.
I know BJ said he was going to be late, so I guess it's just logic.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea where logic is. Yeah, and
okay.
I the book author that I mentioned earlier, his name is DeFelice. I don't know why I keep saying DeFelice, but it's DeFelice. So today, like I said, we're going to be talking about, today we're going to be talking about, is there any way to prevent an affair in your marriage? So that's what we're going to be talking about today.
Sounds
and
like
the
a
questions
juicy one
that
to me.
came in, the questions that came in are just I don't even wait till we get to our questions. They're just wow. Just wow.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
Well, we like wow questions. We do like wow questions.
Well, our listeners definitely don't want to miss these questions because it's just wow. How's it going over in Las Vegas?
It's going. I'm glad the weather finally broke, so now it's nice and just that perfect weather where it's not hot, it's not cold. You know what I mean? So it's just, I love this time of the year. Well, it's called spring. So, my favorite time of the year.
To y'all, like, how warm is it?
Well, actually, I don't have a clue. I just want to say, I was going to look at my phone. I don't know. I don't know. I'm moderate, maybe 70 or 73, something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Like your normal spring moderate temperatures in the beginning, the end of March, maybe even going into the third week of April. But after that, oh boy, it's definitely going to get super hot really quickly. So this is just a
So you
really
only
nice
get warm temperatures for what, 2 days?
No, you mean moderate temperatures. I thought you were saying warm. We've got plenty of warm. Moderate temperatures for about let's see, like I said, it starts around this is the end of March, right? So then about the third week of April until about then. But after that, it gets really hot very quickly because we're going into May. Oh, my gosh. And then, of course, It'll go up as high as 117 definitely by, you figure, mid-July, August, for sure. It can get up that high, absolutely.
Wow.
It's like Arabia hot. Do you guys remember when I started the show, I used to say it's Arabia hot here in Nevada? It's very similar to their conditions when it gets really hot. So
yeah,
the desert, Death Valley. Hey, who joined us? Is that the Sleepy Bear Logic?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Logic. Glad you joined us. I heard a question peep out of him somehow.
Yeah, what was the question?
I said, have you ever been to the Middle East?
Actually, no. I was just going to say I haven't even been there, but, I felt like I was kind of there because I just hear so many comparisons of people that have lived there or from there, and they say, oh, this is so much like Arabia. And then so that's why we say that. That's it. Just similar conditions is what I am told. I know they do movies are shot in New Mexico and Nevada to save on the budget opposed to going to the Middle East for movies that are made over there, for example. Opposed to going to the Middle East. I was told years ago that, film producers, it's less expensive. The train is very similar.
No, you're saying
it
wrong. You're saying opposed to. It's just as opposed to.
I thought I just said as opposed to. Oh, okay, I said opposed to. Well, as opposed to instead of, right, in lieu of, going all the way to the Middle East, dealing with maybe politics or whatever, there are a lot of films, well, not a lot of films, but at one time years ago, the producers would see the locations, in, say, Nevada, New Mexico, particularly New Mexico, more desirable and less expensive, but yet very similar to what you would have, say, in Jerusalem. So I was always told that years ago. So it kind of makes sense to me because it does feel like it probably would be, similar conditions. So, I mean, like the Middle East, we don't have a lot of water either. It's very dry here. Very, very dry.
Yeah.
Desert.
Well,
so, yeah.
You have fun in that. And y'all just caught a glimpse of my crazy. I apologize. That came out without me thinking when I corrected you to saying opposed to. That's something I have to learn.
That's okay. I don't mind. No, I don't mind at all.
I used to correct people all the time on their grammar, and then I learned it was annoying, so I realized I had to stop.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what, Kai? Actually, I appreciate it because my mother was an English, French, and religion teacher, so the English part of her, she absolutely, that's how I grew up. And so that's why I became a writer as a very young child because of my mother. Oh, and she was a writer as well. But she was always correcting me until I learned certain words. No, say it this way, pronounce it that way, this is what it means. And even at my age now, I'm still learning or being corrected sometimes, and that's okay. So, I don't mind at all. Everybody can learn something new every day, right?
So Logic, I was telling Char and our listeners that you don't want to miss these questions that we have here, talking about, it's mainly questions. I asked for stories also, but it's mainly questions talking about, affairs in the marriage. The questions are extraordinary. That's all I have to say about that right now. But in the meantime, I wanted to talk about this article that I saw on Facebook because you guys know that I scroll around Facebook a lot looking for stuff to bring on air. And I want to know what y'all think about this. So this is from 22words.com, and the headline reads, Woman discovers husband has a micro penis on honeymoon after waiting until they got married to have sex. So, what do y'all think about that?
An unfortunate lucky lottery. I don't know.
Okay, so it turns out that this woman didn't know what she was getting until the honeymoon. And I guess this is why people try and say they want to have sex before marriage. But, I mean, what would you do in that instance? Anyways, but they're on a honeymoon. And the question here is, who knows how big a micro penis is anyway? What would you define as a micro penis?
Maybe one that's very too small. Well, how do I say this? Maybe one that appears to be much less girth, width, or length than that particular woman is desiring. So I don't see that
I think
right or
there's
wrong
probably it's probably a specific cutoff for someone just having
centimeters.
A small penis to being categorized as a micro penis.
Okay, so you need a magnifying glass. Maybe that would qualify. So many centimeters. she can get a French fry, like a biggie French fry from Wendy's, and maybe, kind of. I mean, seriously, because I used to say that about someone that I knew, that he was a biggie fry, because it was, not the McDonald's French fries. You know how those are more like shoestrings, but literally speaking, just a regular biggie French fry out the little, holder thing, whatever they package they sell it in.
Okay, I just looked it up.
Okay, what does it say?
Micro penis is if stretched, penis length is below the value corresponding to less than 2.5 inches.
Well,
oh my God.
WebMD says if it measures under 3.6 inches.
Okay, see, it's all over the place.
But doesn't sounds like a deformality, though? It sounds like a deformality. I don't think that's
usually it's caused by a
anything.
genetic or hormone abnormality.
Disorder.
And this usually takes place during puberty. So the term micropenis only relates...
If it really was a micropenis and it wasn't just a small one, I'm going to hang that on him. That's because that's wrong for you to do that to somebody. Because something's wrong with you. You know what I mean?
And that's what I was going to say. Do you think that was wrong of him not to say anything?
No, for real. No, listen, that's honestly, if there was a woman that had, there's certain things that can happen in a woman's body chemistry that makes her coochie horrid. It sounds like a tugboat in August. If she knows that, she should not say something. She should let the guy know, listen, I don't think you want to do that. You know what I mean? I need to get some medication and figure out what's going on with my body chemistry before we can do anything. And it's the same thing for him. If she was falling in love with him and they were going about the courting process the old school style, he should have let her know, look, I've been diagnosed with having a micro penis, and there's ways around it. We can figure other things out, but I just figure I gotta let you know.
There's not too many ways, Logic. But Logic, there aren't too many ways. There are options, but there's not a lot of options, and some of those options can be quite invasive. Or even risky
no,
or painful.
I'm not talking about surgery. I'm talking about her achieving, sexual satisfaction. There's other
ways around it. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true. There are, but then again, that's your life. That's your future. That's everything, and you can't be with another man, or you shouldn't be with another man.
Hence him letting her know ahead of time. That's the point.
Hence, you're absolutely correct. Now, I got to say this though. I'm surprised, Kai. I'm surprised you didn't ask me. Well, I personally feel like why are we not testing the waters even once before you go down the aisle and make that lifelong commitment? I'm sorry, I had to say that.
Well, that's what I said.
Some
people think that's what I said. Some people think you should have sex before marriage, but I don't believe in that. So I mean. Okay, so suppose you didn't find it enjoyable, so you're going to break up with him. Everything else matches up, but that one time you tested the waters wasn't enjoyable to you, so you're going to break up with him and go out with another person and test those waters and on and on and on. That doesn't make sense.
No. I get what you're saying. That's doing too much. Here's what I'm saying. I'm just saying girth-wise, size-wise, if it was really, okay, for example, how many times do you not hug your loved one or your lover before you were even engaged?
Oh my God!
More than likely you've had.
How are you going to feel it through that? He would have to actually erect for you to feel anything. Are you serious?
Right.
Dude, I don't know.
Why would a man not be erect? But why would he not be erect if it's his fiance or if it's his girlfriend he's falling in love with?
So he just walks around like that all the time?
Without being intimate. No, this is what I'm saying.
How can a man not be erect if he's hugging a girl? What are you talking about?
No, listen. There's intimate moments without being intimate. I think it's nearly impossible for you to be married to someone or engaged to someone.
If they didn't have sex before marriage, more than likely they weren't doing things to get themselves revved up. They probably were.
No, but you're not
making
getting yourself revved up if you're a hug. An intimate hug with someone
So
that you
again,
are.
this is going back to your theory that if a guy hugs a woman that he loves, he's automatically just going to stab her in the stomach. What are you talking about?
Eventually, there will be some compression. You will feel something. I just don't believe that you would never feel something.
If you are giving one of those hugs to get shit started. You know, if a woman is going to hug a dude.
No, I don't agree with that because if my man went away, and I mean my man is in whoever at this point, let's just hypothetical, went away for a couple of weeks or whatever, and he came back, I'm going to give him more of an embrace than I would if I was just saying, okay, I'll see you later after work today. Do you see
and
what
does
I'm
that
saying?
mean?
It's just a natural
what does
process.
that define that? What does that mean? More of an embrace. What does that mean?
You're closer. It's more like a intimate hug, but not for any sexual
Explain
reason.
what you're talking about, Char. What does that mean? Exactly.
A hug that you can't get any closer. If you have an intimate hug, you're hugging tightly, very closely. Okay, there might be a kiss or something like that, and just very briefly, and then that's it. You know, it happens naturally, though. It's not something you think about. You don't plan it. But all I'm saying is I just find that absolutely impossible that you wouldn't have some clue that you didn't feel anything ever.
No, listen, if your man, if he's not a raging hormonal 19-year-old, if your man went away somewhere and he came back and you gave him a hug and a kiss, and he all of a sudden just boing and oh God, I gotta sit down. His mind.
Okay, but what if you're kissing? What if you're kissing normally? What if you're making out or kissing or passively
Again, see now
normally?
that's my point. That's my point. When you have people,
but you're not trying to get it started. You're going to kiss even if you're not going to have sex before marriage, right?
And learn. Listen and learn. If you have people who are obviously both taking the stance of we don't want to have sex before marriage, that's a conscious decision that both of them are making. So
it's called
more
abstinence.
than likely,
I understand what that is.
I'm not asking for the definition, Char. I'm saying that the mindset between these two people would be we're not going to do anything that's going to make us want to have sex. So these hugs that you're talking about, where you're possibly jamming your pelvises into each other and you're giving those slow kisses with your titties pressed up against you, they're not going to do all that. Because they're going to know that they probably can't come back from the edge if they start to drift that way. So they will be very, cornstarch Ned Flanders with the way that they deal with each other until the wedding night. Now, where I'm saying he's wrong is you have a medical condition when it comes to your genitalia. You should have never did that to that girl. You should have let her know from the jump something's wrong with me. If you can make it work, I'd be happy. But, I don't want you to be, building up all of this anticipation and only for it to be a disappointment.
Well, can I ask Kai a question? Thank you, Logic. That does make more sense to me, the way you put that twist on there. I do agree. So, Kai, and you don't have to answer this, is it for any particular, is it for like maybe spiritual reasons, religious reasons that you wouldn't want to test even once before marriage, or is it just, maybe when you were raised, maybe it's put in your head, because that does happen. A lot of parents do say you don't have sex, until it's your husband or before marriage. So, or is it just your own personal, I don't know, belief or, rule or something? So how did you come about with that when you say, well, I don't. You know other people do, you get it, some people don't. But why did you choose not to, especially when something like that could happen? And I'm not talking about because of testing the water, he's not that going.
The longest questions ever.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Go ahead. No, you're right. Go ahead. I was just thinking about what your comment to me, too. I was thinking about your comment to me at the same time.
Every time she started breathing, I would, inhale to start talking, and she'd just keep going. I'm like, good God. It is religious reasons. I think if it was just up to me, I still don't sleep around. It's just not my style. I don't know where I got it from, but I could remember in college, I would always say I'm not going to be somebody's notch on their belt. Like, that was my whole thing. I'm not going to add a notch to somebody else's belt, and you're not going to add a notch to my belt. So I don't think I would sleep around. So I don't know. The thing, okay, I know the thing I could definitely answer is, number one, it's religious that I wouldn't, have sex before marriage. Number two, there's a possibility though that I'm gonna ask you about the size of it, because I don't want to be surprised. So that I know. Those are the two I could answer you definitely.
You know that anybody
would you give him the
too.
goose?
The goose?
Yeah, would you just grab him like, no, okay, I like that.
No, I
was going to ask that too, but I didn't think she would. Yeah, I was going to ask that same question.
No, I would never do that. No,
mm-hmm.
Unless we actually together, like we're, and then I would do that. But no, I'm getting to know you. We're talking about marriage, all this stuff. I'm not grabbing you. I'll just ask you how big it is, so I can make my determination myself.
I knew a girl back in the day who would just ask a dude to pull it out.
There's plenty of women that do that now, Logic. There's plenty of women that do that now. That's like a standard with a lot of women now.
But I didn't do it because I didn't. When I did that, it wasn't based on that I was trying to sleep with them, because it wasn't anybody that I was with. It was just I was doing my own research.
Research.
Okay, research. When you ask for
because
research.
Okay, so no, let me tell you. Two things about my research.
You can go ahead and tell me whatever you want.
Oh my God. Two things about my research. The first thing is, I wanted to see how many people would actually do it. How easy is it to get somebody to do something?
What do you mean somebody? You're talking about guys. Why would guys care about
I was about to say that was the first part of a general research. So how easy was it to get somebody to do something? The second thing was, the second part of the research in terms of that was, I had a hypothesis that if you're normally a thick person, like as a child you were like thick, you weren't skinny, then your penis is going to be small. If you were normally a thin person, then your penis is going to be big. That was my hypothesis.
How'd that work out for you?
Oh my God!
Generally, it's true. I've found out that generally it's true. There are some exceptions to the rule, but generally it's true.
Oh my goodness! I don't know. Can I ask you this? What about circumcision? Do you ask both questions? Are you circumcised? Does it matter to you?
No, because I just assume everybody's circumcised. So I guess
that's not
if
true,
I ever come across one that's not,
true.
I guess I'll be shocked, and I'll tell you to go
You're
get
kidding.
it done.
No, it's absolutely not. Oh God, there's so many men. I don't know the percentage because I haven't done the research, but honestly, plenty of men are not circumcised. I mean, plenty. That's why. But I see why you don't ask, because like you said, you just assume that most of them are. Wow. Okay. There's women that won't date you. Well, okay, I'm talking to the men now. Logic. There are women that won't date a man because they're not. You've heard that before, right?
Have I heard that before?
Have you heard that before? There's women that absolutely will not date a man that's not.
I mean, I understand that more than likely is a condition, because women are just as, shallow when it comes to body parts as guys are. But no, I haven't personally heard that from a woman.
All right. This is an interesting combo, guys. Very interesting.
So, Logic.
I have a hypothesis.
Are you circumcised?
Okay.
Huh, Logic?
What's
are you
that?
Circumcised? I said, are you circumcised, Logic?
It's only one way to find out.
Well, that won't be happening, folks.
Well, I'll be reporting on this next week, y'all. I'm just going to do this for the good of the team. I'm going to take the hit.
Research.
I know.
Oh my goodness. Where's Bernie? Where's BJ when we need him? I would love to get his answer on that too.
Yeah, I'm going to ask him when he comes on and be like, hey, BJ, so we have a question for you. Watch, when he comes on, I'm going to do that. But, okay,
actually,
so.
Actually, two questions. Two questions, Kai. He's skinny. Don't forget that.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Right.
BJ should be walking around with a 10-inch, shouldn't he?
That's why he holds his head up so high, right? In his three-piece suit. Looking all
okay,
so here's
the story. Here's the story about the micro penis. So the husband's 32, the wife is 27. So she put this on Reddit. She says, so we only dated for 6 months. We've been engaged for another 6 and just got married on Saturday. I literally just got back from my honeymoon a couple hours ago. My husband isn't a religious guy. He just says he is old-fashioned like that. Close to fooling around a couple times, but it never went far. I tried, but he always stopped after it went too far.
Oh,
Anyway, fast forward to now. Am I the asshole for reading into this and being upset that I waited until my wedding night to find out that he probably isn't as old-fashioned as he says he is? I'm not going to shame him, and honestly, I don't even know how I broach the topic. But I'm not seeking advice. I honestly just acted like nothing was out of the ordinary and went to town on him. But I don't know. I kind of feel lied to, like a half-truth or something was intentionally withheld from me. This was unexpected to say the least. And if you read this far, thanks for your time. So yeah, he knew. But to her credit,
so
she
I
didn't
don't
shame
understand.
him.
Wait a minute. So is it a problem for her or no?
It's a problem for her because he withheld it, but she wasn't a dick and was like, oh my God, what is that? You know. So
she's still doing her research though, because she said she went to town. How do we know she didn't enjoy her going to town visits? You know.
If
maybe she'll see
just got back from her
it.
honeymoon and she went to Reddit to complain about this, do you really think she enjoyed it?
No, she said she went to town, but maybe she's just making it an open point. Hey, I know you did this, but I can handle it because maybe she's the more aggressive one anyway, now that they're married, intimately. You never know. She didn't sound like she was bitter enough to divorce or get an annulment. I think she just needed to let her off her chest and just say, hey, I'm on to you, Clearly, that's why he always stopped it. He would stop it when they would get a little hot and bothered.
He felt insecure about his things.
Right. And didn't know how to approach it.
I'm still going to hang this on them because it wouldn't be the same thing if, let's say somebody was in an arranged marriage or something, and the person that was hooking them up never told them that, the girl is 400 pounds and 5'2". Once you got there and you saw her, you'd be mad, unless you have a fat bitch, So I'm still gonna never want to blame the guy for that. He should have told her. She should have been able to look.
I think he should have told her.
He should have said something.
I agree. I think he should have told her, and that was very wrong of him because it's not like he was a virgin and he was like, I'll never have sex as, for religious purposes or whatever. I can understand that. I'll completely respect that.
Even if he was, as a virgin, you would know. If your penis is smaller than your pinky, you have to tell the girl, this is what it is, If you feel your feelings can trump that, then,
I'm trying to figure out if I would ask for an annulment. I'm really trying to see if I would be that petty. Because sex is very important.
I don't think it's petty, Kai. I don't think that's petty at all. Especially the sneakiness of it all. It'd be different if he tried to tell her and she's like, oh, baby, it's okay, don't you worry. I'm sure it's not that bad. And he did approach the subject, but he didn't approach it whatsoever. If anything, he gave this whole, demeanor of, oh, I'm just an old-fashioned guy, and I just want to do things the right way. And come on, if that was the case, that would be special and beautiful, and I would look at you in a whole other light, have a lot of respect for you. But he could have been begging whatever chicks for years, even though they weren't happy, moving on to the next one.
And maybe they shamed him, so he just felt bad about it, yeah?
Right. That's exactly what I was saying, and been rejected so many times. Absolutely, that's what I was thinking. So it's like, well, heck, if I can just land one woman for the rest of my life, I won't have to go through all of this, rejection and, or resentment. So let me just see if it fits, right? Maybe he's got money or something, and he's like, maybe that'll keep her.
I think I would probably. I can't find any way around it. I would probably ask for an annulment. I probably
That's
would.
a tough
I can't
spot.
think of any way around it. Because you didn't let me. You didn't let me make an educated decision. You just sprung it on me. You know what I'm saying? I think I would want an annulment. I know that sounds horrible, but I've been thinking about it, and I can't think any way around it.
Why does that sound horrible? I mean, sex is a
Because
part
that
of your
sounds
relationship.
very superficial.
No, but it's really not if you think about it. Like say if a guy is with a woman and he's into oral sex, and let's say either she doesn't like to give it or receive it or both, but you only find this out after you marry her. This guy now has to go the rest of his life not having this thing that he wanted, that was very important to him. And although sex should not be the dominating reason that you're with someone, like you should never be with somebody because they bang me so well. Like, you know, your relationship's going to be messed up. It's going to have problems, whatever, if that's what you're basing it off of. But to act as if sex is not important at all, that's nonsense. So it would be the same thing. Like, at what point is it, like, why wouldn't people consider it to be a valid point that somebody is like, look, I can't have the kind of sex that I know that I want for the rest of my life. Why should you then be tethered to this person for the rest of your life? It's just like if somebody doesn't have their shit together. You know, if you're in a relationship and this person is causing you problems, or, you know, every time you turn around they have an issue that you have to solve or whatever, and you're like, you know what, I gotta go. There's some people that be like, oh, they should have stuck it out. Why? I mean, in a relationship, shouldn't you have the peace of mind that you want, the sex that you want, the whatever it may be, stability, you know, all of these things
part of
are
a package.
factors.
It's part of a package. It all balances out. One without the other is, you know, just, it's all important. Go ahead,
well,
Char,
y'all, first of all, BJ's on, so hi, BJ. But
Hi,
second of all,
BJ.
we actually have a listener who wants to ask a question. So, listener, line ended in 4009. You're on the air.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hi, we're good. What's going on?
Yeah, I have a little bit of a moral quandary with this stuff because I started going on a different path. You know, I used to be a music promoter in Memphis and Chicago and St. Louis, so I've gone through the steps of every bad thing that you could possibly go through with that, which is every immoral act that you could possibly perform. But no, nowadays I think that it's actually beneficial if you don't do nonsensical things that you wouldn't want to talk to your grandkids about. You know, if you don't want to go through that stuff, I feel like that's going to make it better for you to form a relationship. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys.
No, I understand. Okay, but then our question is, so based on the story that I read, so do you think at least she should have him? What does
Absolutely?
I guess what is okay?
Yeah,
okay.
She should have asked him. He
It's
should
okay
have told
to
her.
ask, but go ahead.
No, I'm saying she should have asked him, but I feel like it was more important that he told her up front. You know, that's where it really goes down to, is him being honest up front.
Awesome.
But that's a
I agree with him.
That's a double-edged sword.
So do you
honesty.
think me saying that I think I would ask for an annulment, do you think that's petty of me?
It's not really petty. You have a very specified agreement when you go into a relationship. It's not petty. You have expectations. Everyone has expectations. So if you want to have an annulment, I mean, that's just a failed relationship. But yeah, no, I get it. I'm from Chicago.
Okay.
I get it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, caller. Thank you for letting us know your thoughts, and I definitely agree with you.
Thank you.
Look, man, I believe you should be asking all that. I'm not into the blind situation.
No, I agree with asking.
If
I don't agree with having sex before
married,
marriage. I agree with asking because you need to be transparent. You know what I'm saying? I need to know what I'm getting myself into. I don't want you to just. It could be too big and it could be too small. So if you come and tell me that you have an 8 to 10 inch or above, I don't want to be with you. You're gonna rip me in half. I don't want that. But then again, you could be like 1 inch. I don't want that either because then what am I gonna do with that? You know? So.
Wait. You know what's funny about that whole big penis thing?
And actually,
women are so quick to say that men have unrealistic expectations due to porno. You know, but women also have unrealistic expectations because of them watching pornographic stuff. Because they did a study. They said less than 1% of the world is over 8 inches. Less than 1%. That's literally.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
That's literally 2,000 people in the entire world. That's
and
crazy.
I've got the 1%.
Let me see. I actually had
all my relationships have been. Yeah, I don't get it.
But then if you look online, you'll hear all these girls. If he ain't at least it's like, what are you talking about? Really?
Well, actually, right here it says.
Well.
Actually, here it says that
have gotten it, but it's like not as many as that are trying to say, "Oh, that's my standard," because I have experience.
Okay, so check this out. Check this out, y'all. Look. The average flaccid penis measures 3.6 inches, while the average erect penis is 5.2 inches. And then it delves even further and says the country with the smallest average length is North Korea with an average of 3.8 inches. Then this is followed by India and Thailand, both with an average 4 inches. And then the countries that seem to have larger penises on average seem to be based in Africa or South America. The country with the largest average penis in the world is Congo with a whopping 7.1 inches on average. In contrast,
a
the
lot
U.S.
of ladies
average
are moving there.
Whatever. In contrast, the U.S. average is 5.1 inches and the U.K. is 5.5.
Oh, the UK is not too
bad.
Okay.
So between the first worlds, the average is 5 point whatever inches. But you go on Twitter and Instagram, and millions of these chicks are claiming that they're doing dudes that are like King Kong. Not possible.
Yeah, but certainly there's 10,000 new flights being booked to Congo tomorrow.
I think
seriously.
Char just goes with the flow with what everyone else is saying, but I'm going to keep it honest. Larger is not better. Whatever.
No, that's not true.
Larger is not better. Larger hurts. It really does. The size of women is just so big. We can't take that much. So larger actually hurts. It's good to have the average size, like they say, is the average size. An average size, and the girth is more what matters than the length, actually.
I agree. That is true. The girth, yes, that is true. I do agree with that.
All right, listen. In the
BJ.
male equivalent, I look at it like butt size. Like you'll hear a lot of black men that try to act like the bigger the butt, no problem. I'll take it off. But it does get to a point where it's diminishing returns. Like once a chick, once her ass passed like 40-something inches, it's like now it's a cumbersome thing. Now I have to do all of these
like an
extra
obstacle,
different
right?
types of positions that I normally wouldn't do because you have this thing here that now I have to work around. And it becomes a job, you know, whereas sometimes you want to just smash your chick, you want to put her up against the wall or something. You can't with this one because she has a thunderdome.
It's in the way.
So you got to do all of this extra stuff.
That's true.
Yeah, but doesn't it feel
I like
better?
how
Doesn't
BJ's
it feel
laughing.
more, I know, it's funny, but doesn't it feel more enticing though? Maybe not, I get the whole thing with it being in a way.
Did you not
but
listen to what I just said? It's work.
No, feel.
It's
no,
work.
I didn't say that part. I'm talking about the feel of it. I didn't say that. I know circumference-wise, it could be in the way.
BJ.
No, listen.
How
I
far does
feel
it get you in life to just look at your girl or feel her butt? Like, how far is that going to get you?
You don't get you that far?
Huh?
BJ, I meant if it's being grabbed, doesn't it feel amazing as far as that part? But as far as the work itself,
I can't speak for everybody.
It don't have to be
super
over.
If a girl got just a nice fluffy one, that's, who can I point out? Okay, nice something in the Jennifer Lopez area, even though I don't think she has the best ass, but I'm just saying size-wise. Something around there.
That's bigger than fluffy. That's big.
Fine. I don't, What?
That's huge. That's almost Kim Kardashian big, almost.
That's not huge. She's not huge.
But it's not fluffy is big though. That's big. I'm not. Your examples.
J-Lo,
what did you say?
J-Lo's not huge.
Carmen Diaz or something.
Char, I think you spent too much time out there in the desert. Over here, chicks be having 50-something inch butts. It's crazy. Like really. Like, I just want to ask you, where do you shop to get something to fit over that? Like, where do you? Because some of them is just crazy.
It's all,
and I'm not talking
it's all
just a fat that has a big butt. I'm talking small hips, huge waist. It looks like a freak of nature. You know what I mean? There's girls out here that's built like that, and some guys try to act like, yeah, man, that's what time it is for me, boy. I like that, but it's like I said, it's work. It's just like a girl with huge boobs. Once it goes to like you're getting into the G's, E and F cups.
That's ridiculous.
Just don't worry about it. Never mind.
Don't know what to do with it after a while. It's just too much.
It's not that you don't know. You do, but it's work. You can't just go ahead and bang the girl in the car after y'all had a picnic or something because her titties is all over the place. You can't just... She got to take them huge village feeders out, and, you got to...
We like it in moderation.
It's so big that you can't just treat it like a normal titty now. You got to do all this extra stuff.
Okay, well, you know what? This is what I want to know. This is what I want to know, Logic and BJ. Have you ever been with a girl and her boobs were just so big to where you felt like you were hurting her if you were, let's say, missionary position? Maybe because of the fact that they're so big and you're smashing them, does it look uncomfortable to you for her?
No.
Does that make sense?
How would you hurt them? How would you hurt them? If you're missionary, they don't sit up like that. How would you hurt them?
That's not true.
Unless they're fake. Unless they're fake.
Unless
they're fake, then you're not going to be in my business. Sorry.
Are you kidding? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. DJ just gave us another little sideway twist there. Okay. All right.
I don't like fake.
He doesn't like fake boobs?
I don't like fake boobs. Okay,
y'all. So let's move on. We have commercials and questions. Go ahead.
I didn't hear what she said. I was going to have to repeat it.
I mean, okay, but some natural boobs don't. All natural boobs don't go north and south when you lay on your back.
True.
I mean, east and west when you lie on your back, right? Especially if a girl's younger and she hasn't breastfed.
If they're natural, they do.
I was about to say, what natural boobs don't do that?
If she didn't
I mean, I guess
breastfeed,
if they're
doing that?
I guess if they're A sizes or maybe like a small B, they're not gonna go.
No, a
east
C,
and west,
you can get away with a C that relatively stays in place, but once you get to D and above, they start to move.
Yeah, they're moving.
Oh,
unless you're Char, of course, because I know she's about to tell us that doesn't happen to her.
She defies gravity. Yeah, all right.
All I'm saying
I
is it makes
know
sense
that
what
she
they're
was on
saying.
her
If
way
they're
to telling us
larger,
that.
it's probably gonna No, I agree with the guys. If they're larger than average, then where are they gonna go? Gravity wise, they probably are gonna kind of go east and west. As long as they don't go north and south when she's sitting up. Right?
North and south when she's sitting up?
Well, south. North. South.
What kind of friends do you have?
Yeah, whoever that is, no problem.
No, south.
That's an issue. That's an issue there.
I don't know where I got north from. Actually, north isn't bad. That just means they're sitting up like a shelf. They're sitting up nice
if
and high or whatever.
If she's
they're
sitting up
natural.
and they're just facing straight in the air, that's a problem.
No, Roger. If she okay, if she's sitting up, they shouldn't be going south. That's what I'm saying, because they should just be sitting. I'm not saying like a shelf, but they should just be.
Char, do you have titties? You have titties, right? You know how to work.
You know how to work.
Coming out with. Okay, answer the question. Go ahead.
Anyway,
outright, and
like I was
saying, better.
We're going to go ahead. Oh, stay out of your head, please. I know I tried to. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and go to commercial. But when we come back, we're going to answer one relationship question, and then we're going to delve into the topic of can you prevent cheating in a marriage? So let me give you a little taste of the first question we're going to be answering. I'm not even going to finish the question. The taste of the first question we're going to be answering is, my wife's best friend has been sleeping with me, ... Damn. So if you have any advice on preventing cheating in a marriage, or if you have a story about cheating in a marriage, or if you're cheating in your marriage, go ahead and give us a call at 607-203-5378. That's 607-203-5378. We'd love to hear from you. If you're shy, you can always text in your story or question at 484-840-3627.
Hi, everyone. Kai here from No Conduct Radio. So y'all know that I'm a bookworm, and I was searching Amazon for a really good book to read when I came across Dismal by Gabriel De Felice. It's a dramatic fictional story about a high school outcast named Thomas and the disturbing events that occur in his new town in Colorado. Thomas must learn how to control his emotions, balance his love life, and deal with the past all at once. Dismal is a story of love, violence, murder, tragedy, drugs, and sex. So if you go to our website, www.noconduct.com, and go to NCR's book, you'll find Dismal right there. You'll find information about how to buy it, and I suggest you go and buy it right now because it's a really good read. That's Dismal by Gabriel De Felice. This is Kai again at No Conduct Radio. ShopHempToday.com. They have the world's purest CBD oil, and they're super excited to make it available to everyone. Their full-spectrum CBD oils are 100% organic, non-GMO. There are no artificial or synthetic ingredients, and definitely no fillers. Their oils are made in the USA farms in Kentucky and Colorado, and all of their plants are hand-picked and harvested for the best quality and pureness. They offer 3 different flavors: peppermint, which is their favorite, cinnamon, and natural, which means it has no flavor. You will only find 2 ingredients in their oils, plus 1 if you choose one with flavor. So there isn't a ton of anything that dilutes the quality of their CBD. They are so confident in their product that they'll give you a 60-day empty bottle money-back guarantee. But wait, there's more. They also have CBD topical creams, hemp-infused coffee, keto creamers, and CBD pet products. Buy your CBD oil and products today at www.shophemptoday.com, www.shophemptoday.com, or freecbdoiltoday.com. Go there and buy today.
And we're back. So that number is 607-203-5378 if you want to call in with your stories or questions. Wow, what?
That CBD commercial definitely got my attention. I actually sell CBD, so we're one of the second manufacturers to even offer the higher milligrams, and I actually swear by it. So I thought that was really
right
cool.
now, Char, we're not going to kind of like put your commercial on top of our sponsors' commercials. So.
Oh, no. I just said I'm going to check out their website. That's what I just said. I just said I'm going to check out their website. I just thought it was interesting.
ShopHempToday.com.
Yeah. Right, that was my point.
I mean, I did
saying, wow,
check it out, and it does have a lot of all natural products on there. So, that's why I even took them on as a sponsor, because it looked like very interested in something that our listeners would like.
Yeah, I agree.
And also the book Dismal. As you know, you can go to our website, www.noconduct.com. Just go to NCR's books for our NCR's book club. I know everyone knows how much I like to read, and I do have a book club on our website, and you'll find that book Dismal there and how to purchase it. So before the commercials, I gave a little snippet of a question that we're about to delve into. And I know Logic will love this question. But before that, I have a question for BJ.
No, you
So,
don't.
BJ,
No, you don't.
the others know about my hypothesis. So we're going to test it out with you, if you don't mind giving a lot of information about yourself. Obviously, you don't have to.
Oh, my
But,
gosh.
Oh, boy.
So, inquiring minds want to know. How
Really?
big are you?
No, not inquiring minds, you.
BJ,
No,
Logic
Char
answer
wants
the
to know,
questions
too.
too. Yeah, Logic answer the questions too. So we're not ganging up on you, but you are a man. We're looking at a male perspective that's on the show. That's our panel, male and female. So you guys think differently than we do. We want to hear it. We were curious to see what your opinions are about these questions. So go ahead, Ty. I can't wait to hear this.
I asked him the question
He does
already,
the
and then you
honor.
started talking.
Well, I'm just making sure he doesn't back out on the chopping block.
How you gonna make sure I don't back out? Okay, carry on.
I was about to say, because he can or can't answer. It's up to him. So, BJ,
I'm listening.
I asked the question. How big are you?
Why do you need to know?
Hypothesis. We have to find out if my hypothesis is correct. That's the only way a scientific study can be done.
I'm good enough. I have no complaints.
Next
I have no
question.
complaints.
Next question.
That doesn't sound like the hypothesis that you described to us.
Huh? The hypothesis
That doesn't
is
sound.
okay. The hypothesis
Yeah, you
is
didn't
if
mention
you
the
were,
skinny
when
thing.
you were little as a child, if you were skinny, then you have a larger penis. If you were thicker as a child, then you have a smaller penis. That's my hypothesis.
So
Kai,
that's
you
it,
really
BJ,
realize-
and he missed that part.
Kai,
So is that true, BJ, based on your own
Kai.
experience is what we're asking?
Do you
Yes,
realize
yes.
how many dudes will be walking around with a huge wang if that was the case? How many kids do you think
How many
in the
kids are
ratio
chubby?
of children do you
Chubby,
think are
yeah.
fat as opposed to just a skinny kid when they're growing up? Most kids are skinny when they're growing up. You can't
Yeah,
really
but what
believe
about
that.
now? No, we're basing it on the finished product as an adult, not if they're skin. Okay, BJ, you're a slim guy, right? Slim and strong. Do you agree with her hypothesis about skinny or men that are slim?
Slim and strong.
She's
Yeah.
really
No,
trying to get to that
you-
answer, BJ.
I know it really is.
You don't
She
appear
does.
to just be skinny, as in just skinny
be
bones.
serious.
You appear to be skinny and, what's that word?
You
strong.
want to know how much I weigh?
Oh.
You want to know how much I weigh? How much I weigh?
No.
Well, how can I appear to be skinny? How can I appear to be skinny? I never show my.
Because you just
I never
don't.
know
No, because
speedo.
you don't. That's what I
I'm
just
not
said.
no
You
speedo,
don't
no
appear.
picture.
You appear to be slim but muscular to some extent.
Okay,
not
okay,
like
okay,
skinny.
okay.
Somebody's
Put it this
skinny.
way. Put it this way.
That's what I
Char.
meant.
I weigh
Mhm.
179. Do your math, imagination. That's all you're getting.
Yeah, but aren't you tall?
How tall are you?
5'11".
Oh, really? Oh, just about 6 foot. Just an inch less.
Yeah, but I
What
wouldn't.
about your
I
shoe
wouldn't
size?
date him because he's shorter than 6 feet. So yeah.
We
Well,
know
no,
this.
not with shoes on. Kai, who walks around barefoot? Kai, who walks around barefoot? He's 6 foot with shoes on. Who
I
just walks around
don't care.
barefoot in life?
What are you talking about? When you're home, you walk around barefoot. You walk around in your house with shoes on?
Only when you're home. But the majority of the time he's leaving his house, okay, he's going to be 6 foot because he's got an inch of the heel. And then
So I have to wait
Hold
for
on,
him to
hold on,
leave
hold
the house to
on.
be 6 foot?
You said I got 2 inches heels. What did you say?
No, an inch of a heel.
Oh, my
Everybody,
God.
No, an inch of
You
a
heard
heel
her,
on your
BJ.
shoe.
You're walking around with
Oh, my
stilettos.
stilettos
No,
now.
an inch of a heel.
Sling back.
An inch of a
Yeah,
heel
okay.
in a shoe. So, BJ, do you agree with that? Have you ever heard that before about men that are swimmers? That they
Never
probably
heard,
have a
never
really
heard
big
that.
one?
It never came up in the
I have.
conversation. No, never heard that. Never heard that.
Okay.
You've heard that before, Char? You're a daggone lie. Because in all my years, I'm the only one who's ever said that.
No,
I never heard
absolutely.
it.
Look it up on the internet. No, I've heard that my entire life when people have got. As a matter of fact, you know how? Yes, you know how I heard about this? Yeah, I'm sure it's all over there. You know how I heard about it? Basketball players. That's where the conversation came up. I heard this a few times. Because a lot of times they're tall and slim.
Okay.
And then and then the shoe size on top of that. That's another weighing factor.
Do you know that the going
I've heard the same thing.
the going rumor is that Shaq has a very average size wang, and that he's half a giant. He wears a size 17 shoe.
17
Yeah. But he's a freak of nature in a way. So
yeah, but
then everything
but
can be good.
his exes say that he's average. So again, if
all
we
the
already
scientific
established that average is 5, he's 7 feet tall with a 5-inch wang. So your theory makes no sense.
Yep.
I just said slim. There's nothing slim about him. He's stocky. What are you saying?
You were saying that the guys in the NBA are tall.
No, I'm talking about when you play basketball, the average basketball player is slim, tall or slim, skinny, not necessarily stocky. Now you know that's true. You cannot argue with me about that.
All right, this is an idiotic conversation. I'm done with it.
Okay, fine. It's the truth. I've heard it all my life. Yes, Kai. It's not the first time I heard it with your hypothesis.
Yeah, I honestly
not.
can't believe that because it's the first time I've heard it was when I brought it up, and nobody ever agrees with me, so I don't agree with you.
Well,
because
how
it's
about
hard.
I've been around the earth longer than you have, Kai, and most of you, other than DJ, and trust me when I say I've heard it.
So anyways, on to the question. So my wife's best friend has been sleeping with me. Now she wants to marry me. What should I do?
Your wife.
Okay, your wife's
friend
best friend
has been
so
sleeping
you're
with
married.
You. She wants to marry you.
Come on. Really? You're married. What
But
should you do?
Did anybody pick up on this, or is it just me? Did you notice how he's wording everything? Like it's she's been sleeping with me. Now she wants to marry me. Like this is all on her. Like I was just sitting there one day and she just decided to have sex with me.
Yeah. She's in the relationship by herself. Like he had nothing to do with it. Absolutely nothing.
He's an idiot.
I was just sitting here being faithful, minding my own business, and she came around and started sleeping with me. The way he words it is, listener, the way you're wording this, you're taking all the blame off your shoulders.
Yeah. If you tell his wife the same way he wrote that note, whatever, the question, and his wife don't stomp him out, she got an issue too. Say the same way. Oh, she came around sleeping with me. Really? Oh, I mean,
now
you go talk to her.
She's
right.
Now BJ, there are some women that would blame the other woman. They would totally not blame the dude. They would blame the other woman.
That's some serious mental problem.
You know that exists.
Wow. Bam.
Yeah. So, listener, sir.
That wouldn't work for me. That wouldn't work with me.
You have been sleeping with your wife's best friend, so both of y'all are trash. That's what I have to say. And that's not your wife's best friend. So
exactly.
That terminology needs to get out of your mouth. And now she wants to marry you. Well, I suggest that both of you cheaters just get together and leave your wife alone. Both of y'all leave her alone. And, yeah, sure, go ahead and marry her. That's my advice.
He's going to get bored with her, too. He's going to get bored with her. If he can get bored with her and marry her, he's going to cheat on her, too. So, and she's going to cheat on him, too. So it's like a circle going around and around.
Yep, that's how it goes.
So, in lieu of that, the question that we have today is there a way to prevent an affair from happening in a marriage?
Oh, God.
Do you think there is a way, or do you think it's just based on each individual? Because people give a bunch of reasons for having an affair, like the sex wasn't good enough, he was too busy, she was too prudent.
People can give a lot of reasons, but there is no excuse for having an affair ever.
Exactly.
You break up, you be an adult about it, and you don't monkey branch from, wait until you got somebody else on the line before you then break up with the person that you're with, because that still makes you a cheater in my book. Okay, because you were entertaining a relationship or entertaining another person while you were in a relationship with your significant other. So that to me, that's no different. You still cheated even though you didn't have sex.
You didn't do the act right.
People just need to stop being cowards. If it ain't working, it ain't working, break up.
Yeah.
Have the hard conversation. Deal with all of the arguing and screaming, but get it done. Move out. Figure things out. Rebuild.
That's the thing. That they don't want to. That's that comfort. They have that comfort zone. They don't want to leave that comfort.
Yeah, cowards.
Yeah, they want. They're like, no, I got to start all over. Oh my God, no.
You want to bang this chick at the gym, but you like the way your wife cooks and keeps the house. Like, what? He can't.
Ain't that crazy?
So you gonna have a cake and eat it? No.
Yeah.
Break up and be with this gym thot that you're smashing in the parking lot, which I'm sure she has great morals.
But even if you be with your wife like all the time, spend time with her, and you still end up, and she having an affair. It just like it's like, you smothering her, whatever. It's crazy. So it's not a way you can prevent that. It's individual, right? It's just that person. One day they just, want to step out, just stupid stuff.
And it's also if somebody hasn't struggled enough in life, if they've always pretty much had things handed to them or gotten their way in relationships or life, once you start getting into the reality of a relationship, which is compromise and having to go without whatever it may be, the money gets tight or you can't go out as much as you want, or the sex slows down because, people are working. You're getting older. Things are changing. Some people who never had to deal with anything, never had any parents that held their feet to the fire, or just life in general has been too easy for them, that's a person that it's going to be a nightmare to be in a relationship with them, because they're going to continue to freak out every time things don't go their way.
And they're spoiled.
Yeah.
Basically. I can't.
So you don't think? You don't think by giving the person everything that they ever wanted in a relationship would prevent them from cheating? So if they came to you and were like,
they won't.
If they're spoiled, no. But if they're a person that has been through some things and they have experienced hardship, then that kind of person more than likely would be very appreciative and would be very happy with their relationship, because this is the first time that they've had somebody very considerate and trying to make them happy, and they see the work that's being done. But most young people would not be able to appreciate that, because young people are coming from what? Home. And your parents typically giving you everything that you need or everything that you want. They're giving you food and shelter and everything and blah, blah, blah. So it's like you're not really suffering through life yet. So by the time if you're in your early 20s, you're not going to appreciate a guy or a girl that's going out her way to make you happy, because that's all you've really experienced typically is someone trying to make you happy, which is your parents. So that's why all these relationships, these young kids are out of control. They're way out of pocket, because the first time life gets real, where it's all he ever does is work, and there's this other guy that's been showing me attention at where? Showing you attention at where? Work?
Yeah.
When you go to work?
So
the problem is y'all don't work at the same place, you idiot.
Like he had a choice to be there, right?
Right.
No, but think about that.
Think about
how many women complain that their dude works too much, but they end up talking to a guy at their job.
Right.
That guy's at work.
Yep.
All the time, apparently. So what do you like? You don't. Your nonsense doesn't even make sense to you.
Yeah, and then the other thing, don't complain to your guy at your job about your relationship. That's a no there.
Yeah, and then vice versa. Men do the same thing.
Yeah, men do the same thing.
A lot of people do that, though. It's too late for that comment.
They expect when they move in with their girl, like it's just going to be a nonstop, porn set, just every day, just smashing. She's going to be running around and, like you just said in the beginning, but I'm talking about when reality sets in. She's not going to be running around the house in thigh-high stockings and some shorts and everything, talking about, I'm glad you're home. She's going to be in a stretched-out T-shirt and those same sweatpants that you hate. You're like, oh, God, she's wearing them again.
Yeah.
You got to take the trash out. You forgot to take the trash out last time. Did you remember me telling you to take the trash out? Yes, I'm going to take the trash out. I'm going to take the trash out.
Funny. That's funny how that happens in the beginning. It's all like, gravy. Like, what the?
Yeah. Because it's new and it's fun. But then once it sets in, then, you get tired of seeing that toothbrush on the side of the sink. Didn't I tell you to put it over here? How many times we got to talk about this?
That's
Look,
reality.
It's dry and crusty. Get it out of here.
That's reality. Yo, that's crazy. Flashback. Yeah.
So basically, it's based on. So I'm gonna say, so basically, it's based on each person's moral compass, whether they're going to cheat or not. So then my question is, how do you not get in a relationship with someone who is a cheater? How do you not marry somebody who's a cheater? So how do you not, or how do you protect yourself against marrying?
The best way. From the beginning, don't have sex. You put this sexual pressure on them in the immediate beginning. When it's new, the both of you are very attracted to each other, and they have every incentive to really want to try to smash you. Put that pressure on them from the very beginning, and don't give them any outlet, and see how they react. If that guy then starts to lose interest because you're not giving up the cake, then you already know sex is the predominant decision-making foundation in his life. So no matter what you do, no matter how good you keep yourself in shape, he will cheat on you because he's going to get used to you. It's not going to be anything special anymore, and it's going to be some new girl that he sees eventually. And all his decision-making processes is based on sex. You don't want that. It's the same thing with girls. If some guy's dating a girl and she's like, why don't you come up for a cup of coffee or whatever she says in order to not sound like a slut. No, tell her no. Don't be a jerk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let her know that you're interested. And the same thing with women. Let them know that you're interested, but you're not having sex. You can't tell them when sex is going to happen, but you do want to still spend that time. You still want to, invest in building this and see how they react. If that girl stops texting you, or she takes too long to call you back, or she used to call you in the morning and it starts to fade until she's just like sending you a text, hey, one word, okay.
Dad.
Am I going to see you this weekend? Sure. Blah, blah, blah. Stop texting her. It's over. It's a wrap. Forget about it. It's done. Don't do it. But if you have somebody that's going to continue to put that energy into you, like you're giving them everything they want already, and they realize, like, okay, I do want to have sex, but he or she doesn't, but this person I can identify that this person's special. They're going to continue to put that energy into you. They're going to continue to put that time into you. They might be very frustrated, but you're going to see they're using common sense in dealing with their frustration. So this is going to show you that they can deal with life under pressure and that they are not going to put their sexual urges ahead of your feelings and what's important building between the two of you, which is a good quality to have. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so sum it up, and then we'll continue with the questions. To sum it up, you can't really get out of somebody cheating in a marriage. It's basically up to the person that you are. You could test it out before marriage by, like Logic said, just not having sex before marriage. And I do, if you go to our relationship health question and answers group, I have a question there, so I have a poll there. Do you believe in sex before marriage? So just answer yes or no, or you can go to our Twitter at No Conduct Radio and answer yes or no if you believe in sex before marriage, especially after what Logic just said. So the next question we have here is, my boyfriend left his, my boyfriend. Yeah, it is actually, sorry. My boyfriend left his wife to be with me. Should I be worried that he may do that to me?
Wait a minute. What?
Yes,
What?
absolutely.
My boyfriend left his wife to be with me. Should I be worried that he may do that to me?
Of course, dummy.
Yeah. I mean, what are these women? What are y'all? What?
That's like saying me and this person robbed the bank, and should I worry about my money being in the same vault as theirs?
Yeah.
They just robbed the bank with you, so that means they steal. Why would you not worry?
But you guys are missing a point. That's true, Logic. But here's the point, though. When people are in the relationship, especially when they have no business in, they believe that they're better than the person that they left. Do you get it? Because they chose them at the moment. That's it. Yeah. That's it. It's very superficial. There's nothing else to it. And
if she believed that she's better, if she believed that she was better, she wouldn't be worried about this then.
Right.
That's not true. It's her her insecurity
That's the
or
exact
anxiety
definition of
is
believing
because of guilt.
better.
That's just guilt. What was that, Logic?
No, it's not guilt. It's the exact definition. Because she wouldn't be worried. If she thought she was better, she wouldn't be worried.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, then I don't know what it is. That really doesn't make any sense. Why do you care? Why is she asking?
It's the same thing he did to get her. He's sneaking around and doing somebody else. He's doing the same pattern, so she worried. You know, his pattern didn't change.
Here's the thing. If he left a wife, why would he not leave a mistress?
Exactly.
Exactly.
There's more strength in having a wife than a mistress. Right.
Yeah. Unless you get the lottery, you know.
I'm so glad I don't have a sister. Oh, if she ever said stuff like that, I would just punch her in the head. Like, what? Right in the back of the head.
Oh, my gosh.
And I would call her a whore.
Wow. Yeah, you don't need a sister. All right.
No,
so,
this is what brothers need to start doing. Got these whores running around thinking, I just want somebody. I think I deserve somebody. You deserve? Why? Why do you deserve someone good? Like, Rob Kardashian should constantly be griefing his sisters. Yeah.
He's too busy running around with sluts. Hey, Logic, I think you'd be a great brother because your advice is what a father should tell a daughter. It's what a sister needs to hear from her brother. And I mean, I really think it's important. I wish more men were like that in the first place, instead of just being their friend type of thing. You know, tough love is important. It'll really get someone a long way, get them a long way in life. You know, instead she'll turn out to be a slut and see if she had a brother, thinking like Logic, maybe life could be different too. So it's really sad. These role models, you know.
Hold on, Char. Well, when I told my niece not to date all these people in college, you talking about she goes sow her wild oats. Like, what are you talking about? Just be quiet.
What are you talking about?
True, you did.
No. I said you know what you were saying just now.
Just said if I
know what Logic said. I know what Logic said. No, I know what Logic said.
That's all I was talking about.
Well,
I just said we need better role models in our brothers
and
in our fathers.
Okay.
What are you saying?
Moving on.
You're not making any sense though, because rewind. We need better role models, and our brothers and our fathers should be speaking to the daughters that way, the way that Logic said he would speak to a sister. We need more of that. That's what I said. And Rob Kardashian is a bad example because he's just chasing after thoughts anyway. He's very insecure. He's not really a brotherly type. It's just more like they take care of him. Right? Yes, he's a little brother, but still he should be putting his foot down about something. But he can't keep up with all the slut sisters he has. Can you blame him for that? There's so many. Anything else, BJ, you want to share?
No.
Yeah, BJ.
Okay.
Anything else you want to share?
BJ's like, I'm coming for you, Char. I'm coming for you, Char. Nope, not today. Not today.
He told you, BJ. All right, next question. My dad's getting text from someone, and I think he's cheating on my mom. Should I investigate?
An old man getting text? Yeah.
How she
it's
knows
pretty much a
she getting a text from him? She look at her dad's phone? Come on.
I mean, maybe he or she, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but maybe they just feel it's not right, or maybe it's coming at like 3 a.m., or maybe they see something that their mom's not seeing.
Listen, and if anybody noticed that their father is getting text, that means it's out of the ordinary. He's probably at an age where nobody should be texting him at all. Because all of his friends probably got rotary phones at their house.
What age is that?
So, yeah.
Wow.
What age would that be? What age is that? Really, seriously, what age is that?
No, listen, look, y'all can
Does he
laugh
have a
all you want.
jitterbug phone?
Look,
Is that even
you can
jitterbug
laugh
has
all
text
you
offer?
want. I called my aunt the other day, and she was talking or whatever, and she said, okay, all right, I'll talk to you later. And when she hung up, I heard clunk, 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 and then the line went click, which means she still had a phone that had to be hung up on the hook. And that's the clunk, clunk, clunk I heard before she actually hit the receiver and the line was dead. Think about the last time you actually heard someone hang up a phone.
I have a phone that hangs up like that. You're supposed to have a landline in your house.
Those phones are nostalgic.
Would you stop for a minute?
Listen, items.
You use that for business. I'm talking about if you need to get in contact with her, you have to call the landline. And that's the phone that she has. There is no cordless in the house. That's what age she is.
Wow. Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess you never heard of jitterbug.
As she should be. My mom thought about getting on Facebook, and I told her she is not allowed on social media, and if I ever see her on social media, I will hack her account and delete it. She's too old for that. And that's
I
it.
have an aunt that's on my social media, and I can't understand what she's doing.
Condolences.
Why?
Condolences.
She has her old face up there, taking pictures with her old phone. Sitting on her old couch with all her
selfies?
old people stuff in the background. It's like, what are you doing? Why?
I have one aunt, and I'm not going to mention who it is. I think I only have 3 aunts that are on social media. 2 of them have complete sense, and one of them thinks she's like 19 maybe. She takes like ass shots and stuff like that, and it's just like,
what? No,
right? Yeah.
How far away from 19 is she, Kai? Can you say that?
Well,
how far?
Doesn't matter.
She's my aunt,
yes, it does.
and I guess that doesn't really mean anything nowadays, but she's far away from 19.
Okay.
I'm far away from 19, and she's far away from my age. So.
Well, if you're not saying which one it is, why can't you say the age?
That's what I was asking in a roundabout way. I mean, there's some aunts that are older than we are, so you never know.
How old is she?
She has to be in her 50s. I'm pretty
sure.
Wow. BJ, did you hear that? We have to delete our social accounts. Yeah, so BJ, did you hear that? We have to delete our social accounts because we have no business on Facebook or any other social media.
No, I didn't say delete your social account. BJ's on there doing business, and he takes dapper photos of himself. Like I said, I have 2 aunts that have sense when they're on social media. BJ takes dapper pictures of himself, and he's like, I'm heading to New York, or whatever he says on his social media. If he was my uncle, I wouldn't tell him to delete it. I totally get it. You, on the other hand, if you were my aunt, I would block you. That's just it.
That's ridiculous. Because I mean, that's absolutely absurd. You know what? That's so absurd. I'm not giving you any energy because 50 is the new 40, 40 is the new 30. You got to give the program.
Y'all. Do you hear that?
No, because it's ridiculous. Because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And BJ is not just doing business, and he's not just doing business. Sometimes he'll say, "Good morning, everyone." That's it. Or he's driving and he'll take a selfie.
Right now?
Yes. He's not always
BJ,
going
trying
off
to
to
lump
do
you in
business.
with
He
her
has a
now
regular
you
life.
said good morning.
He has a life, and
I don't
sometimes
know how I
he say
got
that.
good morning. I don't know how.
Because
I don't know. BJ,
example.
shame on you for saying good morning. That was like over the hump for me. I can't take it. Like
yeah, my point is he's not always going off to something with business. Sometimes he shares about his kids. I've seen their pictures. There's other things he does besides work all day.
BJ very rarely shares about his kids on social media. He is so private on his social media. It's not even funny.
He still chooses to. But he still chooses to.
Char,
so that's not true that it's 100% business.
Char,
a lot of people are there for their family.
Char, it's okay. I have my opinion. You have your opinion.
I know it's okay.
It's all right.
I'm just telling you.
You don't have to be. If you say so. However, if you didn't grow up,
you do. The only reason why I have joined Facebook, I could care less about that kind of stuff.
If you didn't grow up like you were a teenager with a computer on your desk or a PlayStation in your room, you shouldn't be the frick on social media because you're too old for it. End of story.
That's not true. That is not true. Do you know how many people are on social
Of course it's not true
media?
because then that'll take away half your life.
No, it's not. Do you know how many people on social media just to keep in touch with their family? That's the only reason I joined Facebook. I have absolutely no interest at all, and it was only because 98% of my entire family doesn't live in Las Vegas.
I have aunts on there that that are on there to see what the cousins, the children are doing. However, when you're sitting on there and taking a picture of your ass, that's not in any shape or form keeping up with your grandsons, is it?
I agree. But when's the last time you ever saw a picture of my ass on Facebook? One time, because it was posted 6 years ago, and it came back as the memory thing that they give you. You know how they do 6 years ago today? You have this up here.
Char, stop getting
angry at this. When's the last time you saw that? No, but think about it.
Char.
Let's think about what you're saying. When was the last time anyone ever saw a picture of my ass on Facebook? That was a poster that came back on its own from 6 years ago. I don't take pictures like that on there. Look,
I honestly forgot Char was in her 50s.
But you won't find it.
I shouldn't have opened this Pandora's box. Why?
Oh, I'm so glad you did. I'm ever so glad you did. Just so that everybody's clear. That's why I was on their freaking social media site that I didn't have any interest in.
What you put on the internet, it always comes back. It never goes away.
But I could care less.
Which means your grandsons are going to grow up to see what you're putting on there.
No, well, you know what? So be it. Because I've never done anything.
I can tell you, I'm younger than you, Char.
So
I'm significantly younger than you, and you can't find one picture of my boobs or my butt on anywhere on the internet.
But I was a model. That's the only reason
that
the pictures eventually, because they were public information.
Off of you doing your modeling pictures, just your regular everyday pictures, you do that in.
Oh, okay. So in other words, I show my boobs, and my grandkids should be ashamed to know that Grandma actually wore a shirt that happened to show her boobs a bit. Oh my God, please. You guys are reaching. If you're going to reach, please pull something off the shelf that really fits.
Do y'all know where I'm coming from? Because I'm not sitting here talking about wearing a cleavage shirt and just sitting there.
Of course they're going to agree with you.
She actually turned around and took a picture of her. She did one of those looking over the shoulder pictures that I hate when girls do.
I don't even do very much of that. It was probably like once or twice. I've been on there for 9 years now, against my will.
Next question.
Everybody's like, you should be on there.
Against your will.
Question. We only have 6 minutes left.
I didn't have any interest. I had no interest at all.
My side chick wants to have a kid with me, even though she knows I have a wife. I'm happily married. I love my wife and my kids. What should I tell her?
No, because I'm not giving her free child support. Come on, bro. Yo, man, she want to trap you to get some money. Oh, come on.
Well, I'm going to repeat the question, and listen carefully, all of y'all. my side chick, wants to have a kid with me, even though she's aware that he has a wife who he loves. He's in a happily stable marriage. He has kids who he loves. What should I tell her?
Yeah, it's not that stable and happy, right? Side chick. Play your part.
Well, I guess on his wife.
Play your part.
I guess she should remind the side chick that she's a side chick.
Side chick. Play her part. Yeah, she can't be wifey material. Side chick. Play your part. Come on. She want to move up the ladder.
I just find that, like, the way these questions are coming in are hilarious.
It's crazy.
Your side chick wants to have a kid with you even though she knows you're happily married?
Ain't that
what
happy.
did you say, Logic?
I said I personally think these people are trolling. I don't think these are serious questions, personally.
Yeah, that question is, come on.
The thing about it is, Logic, the thing about it is, sometimes I think that, but then I realize that people are actually saying this for real. Like, they're not trolling. Like, they're serious. Like, this is a serious question.
But,
and that's probably why they don't call in. That's probably why they don't call in with the questions.
Okay.
That's probably why they text in with the questions. Because I think people are probably scared of our answers. Not really scared of the answer, but just our answer.
Well, dude, you're not happily married, so don't give me that, a happily married family. Get out of here. Yeah. Tell your side chick to play her part. All right.
Exactly. Your side chick is your side chick, and she doesn't need to have your kid. But I guess if you want to move to Utah and have more than one wife, then y'all all need to talk about that.
Who want more than one wife? Oh, my God. Who wants that headache? What the?
Well, the Mormons in Utah do.
Yeah. Man, one is enough. Yo.
But, but what's the difference? You have a wife and a side chick. You might as well have two wives. What's the difference, BJ?
What's the difference? A wife and a side chick. A wife, you going home to the wife, you living with the wife. You don't live with the side chick.
No, listen, that's the same thing.
You don't take care of the side chick.
You're dealing with two arguments.
It's the same thing. For you to keep her happy and keep her as a side chick, you have to take care of her in some form or fashion.
No, you ain't got to take care of her like that. No, you don't. You got to put as much time as you do with your wife. No, you don't.
Logic, what were you saying?
I was just saying, if these dudes try to act like they're pimping, but if you really pimping, you don't have to hide anything. You could have 3 or 4 joints that all know about each other. As long as you approach the situation from the jump like that, like neither one of you are going to be the focus of my attention. I got this one over here and that one over there, blah, blah, blah.
Is that crazy?
They get them when they fit it.
Damn.
They get them when they fit it. If they can't, then you shouldn't be doing it because you don't have the ability to juggle. You know?
Hey, BJ, is your side chick miserable because you're not bullying her on the side? Is your side chick unhappy?
Oh, hey, Char.
Is she unhappy? Just be honest. Just be honest.
Are you unhappy?
You're like, I don't need to take care of her like that.
Char, are you unhappy?
Do I sound unhappy to you? Do I sound unhappy to you?
Damn.
No, do I sound unhappy to you? You're the one that has a problem with You're the one that has a problem with bullying your side chick. You're the one that has a problem with bullying your side chick. You're the one that said, I don't have to take care of her like that. I would have to take care of her like that. So, apparently, I'll put it this way. Your side chicks are miserable.
I don't understand how Char doesn't get,
your side chicks are miserable right now. They're like, I am not. You know what? I'm getting me another one. And never mind, he doesn't do nothing for me. You know what? It takes one to know one. Why don't you answer your own question? Because you're the one that don't want to do nothing for your side chick. Why do you have a side chick in the first place? How's that working out for you?
Well, are you happy?
That's all you can say. I'm absolutely happy. What more do you need to hear?
That's all I need to know.
Happy.
That's all I need to know. Okay, whatever.
No, you don't need to know nothing. Go take care of your side chick. Go take her shopping. Go do something. Go pay her rent.
All right, y'all. Okay. The bell has dinged. We only have like 40 seconds left. Oh, my gosh. So thank you all who sent in your questions. Please don't be afraid of our answers because we are no conduct here. If you have any other questions, just want to leave your message on our hotline. Message us at 484-840-3627. Next week, we're going to be talking conspiracy theories and odd deaths, kind of like Princess Diana's. And people are saying Michael Jackson was killed and not, he didn't just, he was actually murdered by, I think what it is, you get to 7 or 57 or 47 or something with a 7. And they kill you or something like that. I don't know. I'll look it up and I'll let y'all know. But I've heard of this. They're saying Michael Jackson was killed because he got to that level. So next week, conspiracy theories right here on No Conduct Radio. Thanks for joining us. Peace out, everyone.
Bye.
Char, get off of Facebook.